Hello everybody, it's Joe here. I'm going to be talking about today as a review form for Battlebit. Now, instead of a script, because I'm terrible at writing scripts, I've made talking points for myself. So, let's get this started. Point 1. Overly fast movement. Overly fast movement in this game is pretty noticeable. Like, you can get from one point of the map to the other, and you'll notice it more times than not. You are just going Mach 10. It's very egregiously fast, and, well, it leads to a lot of issues that I have with this game. Like, the lack of a front line, the lack of caring for teammates, stuff like that. A lot of it stems from the fact that everybody is just so fast. You can end up from one point of the map to the other very quickly. Like, vehicles can sometimes keep up, but they have to be extremely fast themselves, which leads to them being fucking Sonic the Hedgehog on wheels. Which is funny, but makes no sense. Because a lot of the time, that plays into another point, I guess, because since they're so fast, there's got to be something different about them, right? Well, let's get into point number 2. Inconsistency of weapons. Weapons in Battlebit have an issue I like to call inconsistency. This is where the damage servers, for some reason, decide to favor your weapon or their weapon when you both have the same weapon. This can be as simple as you got extra accuracy when you didn't have it, or you got extra damage, which can lead to a kill much faster. Cough, cough, P90 doing 2-shot damage. It's not fun to deal with that type of thing, and it's very much not enjoyable when you have to deal with it on a consistent basis. To such an extent, I would say that the inconsistent weapons are just the worst. Like, seriously, I don't know any other time where inconsistent weapons were fun. Maybe if it was inconsistent in the sense that if you didn't maintain them, they'd be different. But this is just inconsistent because of bad coding on the server's part. And I think, like, the inconsistent weapons do play into something else. But let me talk about the meta, too, at this point. Meta guns are pretty annoying in this game. In fact, the most notable ones are the P90, the Chris Vector, any flavor of rocket launcher, because they can do destruction mechanics, and, of course, any flavor of bolt action, because they literally clap cheeks. I don't know what else to say about those, but if you're running an SMG, you're going to be Sonic the Hedgehog levels of speed. Like, you are going to be zooming. Every weapon has a debuff in terms of speed. And, oops. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, every weapon has a debuff in terms of speed bonuses. Some people move way slower than others. Other people move way faster than others. Can you guess the riddle? The riddle being the weapon. The LMGs move the slowest and are the worst weapon in the game. Why is that? Well, their only advantage is they can spray a lot of lead. But in a game where it counts to get your first shot off first, well, they kind of should measure up incredibly short compared to the SMG. The SMG's high cyclical fire rate means they can often outpace entire groups of people, and with the P90's impressive mag size, you will most often be doing that alone. It's kind of egregious. The Chris Vector also has this fault, but they've nerfed it a bit, and I haven't played the game in a while, so I'm going to give it a pass. The RPG flavoring type thing is going to play into my next point here in a second, but the destruction mechanics just means that, say you're in a big building. Well, if you have enough rocket launchers, that big building isn't going to be so big anymore. It's going to be an empty, holy structure. Point number 3, weak vehicles. The vehicles in this game feel extremely weak. Not only do they have the problem of inconsistent damage to people, they do barely anything sometimes, to such an extent that a BTR, a weapon designed at anti-infantry capabilities, struggles to kill enemy infantry with HE rounds. Like, what the heck is going on here? You also then have to deal with the fact that the tank in this game fires like a sniper rifle. It will kill infantry, but it only kills infantry in a small radius around the shell. So you better be a good shot, otherwise you're not going to be doing much. The only vehicle that isn't weak is the helicopters. These two things, the two helicopters that exist, the scout helicopter and the transport helicopter, are insanely powerful in the sense that they're in the air. They can dodge rocket fire. They don't have to worry about suicide C4 or C4 in general. And they're blessed by the gods with unneeded health. They can withstand about several RPG blasts, which makes sense in the context of you're trying to fight 125 versus 125, making this very massive combat. But it also doesn't make sense in the sense that there's no vehicle-based damage. Like, you can't lose a tail rotor, or you can't lose hydraulics or something. Nothing can happen to your vehicle from a rocket shot that would make it, impactful. And with that, I have to admit that it's cool to be in a helicopter getting slammed by rockets every 5 seconds. It's not cool to be the guy firing the rockets and somehow getting the shots after every 2 seconds and then getting rewarded with a big fat fucking punch to the dick from the helicopter. It's not that fun, it's not that enjoyable, and I have to admit, it's kind of boring. Next, the point I have to make is fences that do nothing. So the problem with the fences in this game is they have, I have to say, the worst representation of those defenses I have ever seen in my entire life. So, the barbed wire. The barbed wire was a recent addition when I played. It's okay, I think. It stops players from completely bulldozing through points now. It actually forces them to stop for a second, either dismantle the wire or look for an alternative entrance. It does its job well enough. I think the problem is with this game is the fact that the people can dismantle defenses on the other team. I think only the engineer should be allowed this god tier fucking ability. Why do I say this? Because it's all too easy for an enemy player to run up, hold F, dismantle your Hesco, and just kind of carefully nudge over it. Thus invalidate your entire team's defenses. It's seriously heartbreaking when you're just trying to do something and all of a sudden your defenses start falling apart like they're made of fucking paper mache, which they are because bullets can break them. Have you ever heard of sandbags getting utterly fucking shredded by a 5.56 bullet? I haven't. Wanna know why? Because 5.56 doesn't just turn sandbags into mulch. In this game, though, they think, oh yeah, that fucking M4A1, that's going to turn your sandbags into mulch right away. That Hesco barrier, a single grenade will turn it into nothing. Those countless studies done when they got hit by missile strikes in Afghanistan and whatnot, those that never existed. Battlebit just assumes that never happened. Rockets will always clap their cheeks. Anyways, so like I was saying, the defenses are garbage. To such an extent, I would actually argue that if you do use the defenses, you're hurting your team more than you're helping them. With how weak they are, they get this false sense of security. They're great for platforming, I will give them that. They do their job at platforming. Say you blew up a stairwell of a building, that Hesco barrier is a better stairwell than not, because guess what? That's the only thing it's good for. When rocket's going to take it out anyways, might as well use it for something impressive. Alright, I've had for enough time here. I think my closing remark is, well, with the overly fast movement, it kind of leads to this indifference in battle, especially with the player counts, to where when people die, people don't care to pick them up anymore. There's no incentive to do so. So basically, you just let people die. Sure, you lose a ticket, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a 125-person side. which can be broken down to like 20-person squads. Like, honestly, that's gonna make a lot of people indifferent to battles. Like, one death out of, like, say 19 others. Oh, wow, what an impressive feat. And the fact that I don't think Medic even gets a bonus to reviving people, which is honestly a shame. I feel like Medic should be, like, either very fast or get a tool that replaces something that insta-revives people. Like, they revive them instantly, but they have less health than, say, somebody that gets bandaged normally, or somebody gets bandaged by a medic who would probably come back with, like, full fucking health. I'm just saying. The mechanics of this game leave momentous things to be required. And the tactical milsim things they did add, like bleeding, is so annoying. And repacking of mags, like, they just feel like shoehorned in mechanics right at the last second. Like, right at the gate, they're like, shit, we advertised ourselves as a milsim. Quick, make it so you have to repack mags. Yeah, that'll be fun. Sir, we still need more things to make ourselves like a milsim. Okay, add bleeding. Squad has bleeding. Oh, okay, sir. What now? What else should we add? I don't. Make it so you can't repair past a certain point on vehicles, because why not? And you have to go to a repair station, which does not exist on every map, to repair to full. Alright, I think we got all the milsim stuff out of the way. I think. Oh, but sir, what about ammo bags? People could just infinitely resupply at one. Damn it, you're right. Quick, make a point system for that, so that way it's not fun. Anyway, that's my complete and utter insanity rant with talking points that I have laid out in front of me about how I hate Battlebit. TLDR, or I guess in the song, Too Long Didn't Watch. Bad game. Not for casual players at all. If you liked Battlefield, you're not going to like this. It's just too fast. If you like COD, you might like this, like the competitive side of COD. Or if you're one of those people that play Battlefield, I guess, with like ultra speed, you might like this game. Anyways, that's me. That's my 10 cents. 6 out of 10 type of gameplay. It ain't worth it for me. 6 out of 10. That's all I'm giving it.
Oh, just before I end this video off, listen to my rant about how I hate this game. Otherwise, I'll have a good day.
I'm done. Fuck this fucking bullshit goddamn fucking game. I am done. I can't stand another fucking moment of that bullshit unfucking fair game. Whoever the fuck designed it deserves to have their fucking name put on the list of developers that should never be allowed to work on a single goddamn game again. The fucking pros of that game are so outweighed by the cons that it might as well be a fucking travesty of a game. Oh yeah, it's better than Call of Duty and Battlefield. Motherfucker, I ain't playing Roblox Battlefield is what this is. This is a Roblox Battlefield with a goddamn price tag attached to it. This isn't fucking enjoyable. This isn't fun. If you want to play this, go play Phantom Forces on Roblox. You get the same fucking level of enjoyment. Like, this game, I don't understand how people say it's fun. I don't understand they say it's enjoyable. It's not. It's a chore. It's a fucking chore is what it is. It makes War Thunder look like a pleasing and fun experience. It's not fun. I can't grasp how people would believe that game is fun and enjoyable when the hit reg is so terrible that I can swear to God, every gun is so inconsistent. One person's M4A1 might be better than another M4 because the fucking hit reg decided, oh, those bullets did insta-kill better. Or the fact that a 9mm will kill you faster than a 5.56. Wrap your head around that one. That makes no goddamn sense. 9mm is a very small pistol cartridge. It's a pistol cartridge. Why the fuck does it deal more damage to the goddamn 5.56? Like, why in God's green earth is that a fucking thing? This game is terrible. I'm done with this stream. I'm done playing this fucking game ever again in my entire fucking life. And I hope the developers lose this game on Steam and everybody leaves it. That way I can play something fucking better worth my time. Peace out. Enjoy the new emoticons, by the way.